We are too far gone into the book. Many of us fast and pray. We only got, what are you born? You 50 years old, we only got about another 20, 25. What we gonna stand up for? Because we fall down for anything. Jay-Z is the most lyrical. Beyonce is the most talented. Kanye is crazy. You black people don't realize, man, what we do everything what we told to do. Not knowing we told to do it. But the one thing we don't do is listen to our own original black people. We scared of a real fight. We'll go out, smack a black bitch, knock a wig off. We'll go out, kill a black motherfucker with dreads and, oh, he a op. This, that, and the third. Them niggas ain't gonna get my block. This, that, the third, back. Ain't none of you motherfuckers doing nothing to the real enemy. You know why? Because you scared. You programmed. Stockholm system. Beware the beast called man. Look up that Planet of the Apes. There's the Conquest of the Planet of the Apes that my man Star from Star and Buck Wild used to play that shit every morning at 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock. Beware the beast called man.
I like what you said. So, of course, before I get to the next thing, I got to build.
Yeah, let's build.
I got to build on that. So, this is for you guys out here getting to catch the Jews. Y'all catch them. You catch them. Some of you will and don't.
And no disrespect to the Jews.
So, the Jewish. The Jews are us. You know what I'm saying? The Jew. That's a whole different thing, but I don't like it. The Jewish. You know, the Jews. And this is a fact, and this is nothing to get upset about. You could look it up. Y'all all got Google. The Jews are the original black slaves. We were called Jews before we were called black, before we were called, all of these other titles that you have. You actually look it up, guys. The black Jews was taken into slavery for sugar. They were sugar experts. You know what I'm saying? And they went from Jews, their name got changed from Jews and then changed down to a lot of other things. No, they was never known. Jewish is something totally outside different. You know what I'm saying? The Jewish came later. That's something different. The people that was after the Spanish Inquisition, when the Spanish Inquisition went down, you had people that ran to Barbados, you know what I'm saying? You had people that was in Jamaica, you know what I'm saying? That got spread into or throughout the Caribbean. Mm-hmm. Those people were called Jews. They were Jews. That's a documented fact.
That's why they did with the 12 tribes of Israel.
Yeah, right? They were Jews. And now, say for instance, in Barbados, where my family come from, in Barbados, they might have got there in the 12th century, 12th, 13th century. That's right around the time of the Spanish Inquisition took off and the Jews was being ran out of Spain. This is what proves to you that the Jews was black, because the Jews was being ran out of Spain, and here it is, my family ends up in Barbados. So in Barbados, there's a whole museum, and it's a Jewish temple out there that they built. Now, at first, it wasn't a Jewish temple. It's a whole lot of science to this. You know what I'm saying? But when they got there, they, had their temple. You know what I'm saying? They built their temple out there, which you could look that up, though. One of the oldest, they tell you, Jewish temples is in Barbados. So now, what happened was, sometime in the maybe 14th century around, the British came. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the 13th century. And when the British came, they took the people that was there into slavery. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? Grabbed them up because they, again, sugar experts. British was rocking. Then the British, maybe around the 16th century, got into beef. Now, these people here, you know, whether you say that, you know, the people that speak the Yiddish, you know what I'm saying, they are whole different people that came about and turned around and said that they happen to be the 13th tribe. Now, you know you never heard of a 13th tribe, but they said that they were the 13th tribe. And they turned around and went to all of our stuff that we enslaved. We can't claim it, and they claimed all of, you know, everything, all of our stuff, and that's how the Jewish people came into power and got all of that stuff. But the stuff that they stole, that stuff that they are claiming, come from a people who, you know, don't even know it was them no more. They don't even realize it was them. I was actually in Barbados. You know what I'm saying? Here is my family been there their whole life. I told them, I'm on my way over to the Jewish temple. And they said, what are you talking about? I said, in Bridgetown. It's been there since the early 1600s. We built it a long time ago. My own family didn't even know what I'm talking about, and they live in Barbados. You know what I'm saying? I'm educating them. They like, whoa.
Because
we didn't
know knowledge,
this.
right?
You know what I'm saying? They didn't. You know, they didn't know that. They didn't even know the museum is in Barbados. That shows you. This is how I go in there. So in the museum, they have a museum next to the Jewish temple. When you go in the museum, so beautiful, all on the walls. It's the whole history. They even got a commandment in there. One of the broken commandments. If they even have in this commandment, they even say it's so many, they don't know, they can't, they saying they so old they could tell this might be, you know, over 1,000 years old, but they don't know the history of it. But it's in the museum and it was found, somewhere. Like these was the people, and it shows you. All on the wall. It shows you after the Spanish Inquisition, the year that we got to Barbados, shows you the year the British came, then it shows you the year these other people came. You know what I'm saying? Fought the British, and the British lost the war. So that's what you got to see. Who did the British lose the war to in the West Indies? You know what I'm saying? The British, who they lost the war to, are the people that, you know, so that was, you know what I'm saying? But not to get off topic, let's keep it moving. But that's some education for those who, you know.
Right, see, that's what we do with these interviews, man. You know, we here for entertainment, but we also here for education.